Everybody's doing Insta Stories.
Check 1, 2.
Oh, ich wünschte, ich hätte so eine Bowl zu Hause. Das wäre, glaube ich, richtig Bock, das voll zu üben.
Am Anfang, wenn ich die Hand hebe, dann leise sein, weil dann ist das Audio.
We should put it on our stories now. Then people will tune in now.
Die. Okay.
Ja, aber der
Immer die.
Die ist gar nicht da.
Die ist nicht. Okay.
We have a couple
Ja,
of
sonst
minutes,
könnten wir könnten wir den Link reinsetzen, dass Leute rüber.
Ja, das wäre geil.
Ja?
Dass sie das teilen.
Sollen wir das teilen, so mit Link, dass Leute das anschauen?
Ja, das wäre super.
Könnt ihr auch hinterher machen.
Wait, hang on.
Ja, also
You
man
have to
kann
tell me, ready? Come a bit closer, I'm going to do a story and then you have to say where to find it. You, just about to do a live interview. Physio Caro?
Hello.
Check it live.
Where can everyone watch it?
You can find it on Facebook under Ministry of Stoke. Just check
There we
it
go.
out.
Check it out. Got the lights,
Check it
cameras, action.
You. If you send me the photo, I can do the swipe up.
Swipe up.
Send me the photo. Let's see how many.
Ja, Swipe Up ist mega. Könnt ihr
Send me the photos.
Alina
and
mal
this
den
one.
Link schicken und dann macht sie einen Swipe Up?
Es gibt noch keinen Link.
Oh.
Aber wenn ich online gehe, dann finde ich es doch, oder? Wenn ich jetzt bei euch drauf gehe, dann.
Ja, aber wir sind ja noch nicht live. Hier noch schicke den und dann hier Circle.
Which one do you want?
With all the video.
Gib mir nochmal bitte einen Schluck, Esther.
Both this one and this one. And this one. Wenn ich einfach auf Ministry of Stoke gehe, dann
There's 2 Ministry of Stokes, huh?
On Insta or on Facebook?
on
Instagram.
Just go on Facebook and the link will appear when we start the live.
Can you do that? Because I deleted my Facebook.
So Caro can do an introduction and you can post it in the meanwhile. Or
On Instagram
then
at the
we're on
moment,
the-
I just say check on Facebook.
If it's that complicated, just do it afterwards. Because the video will stay in our feed. So you
How you guys want, huh? If you
Yes,
want it
it
live or
can watch it live.
On Facebook
on Facebook.
at Ministry. Is it this one? No.
Das ist aber auch schon ein schönes Spider-App schon. Das ist aber auch schon ein schönes Spider-App.
Well, no, well,
Richtig, gell?
Richtig
Voll
heftig.
durch die Selfie. Dann merkst du erst, wie oft du eigentlich. Ich habe letztes Mal versucht, so in den Spiegel zu reden. Ich kam mir so dumm vor. Und ich so, nee, irgendwie. Dann habe ich es gelassen, weil ich mir dachte.
Aber geht nicht mehr jetzt dadurch mit Selfie oder? Also
Nee,
siehst
jetzt
du den
nicht mehr.
Riss?
Nee, gar nichts mehr.
Ah,
Es ist nur-
scheiße.
Can you find a link on Facebook? Huh? Nice. Aber dann können wir das. Mike,
What's the official ISPO account?
Ispo
Accelerating.
yeah,
Accelerating.
this super
sport.
long
That's so stupid.
crazy thing.
Ministry of Stoke. Coming up.
Your story, share, done.
Can you find me the link? Then I do a swipe
link?
up, huh? Because I think it's nice. Let's see.
But
Maybe
the link
maybe
will
some
be
people
live
goes-
when it goes live, no?
Yes.
So you just have to direct them to the page.
Yeah, when
Just
you
say-
go on
When you find
the
the page.
Facebook page.
I think it's scheduled.
Is it Ministry
I don't know if
of
it's shown.
Stoke? Give it a like. Shop now, let's go. Just the page, no?
Yeah, it's the page.
I don't want to create a page.
Maybe it's under videos here. No, it will appear here.
Check it out.
Oh, diese Story-Making, das dauert immer
Copy
ewig. Ja?
I think that's it.
Wenn schon, denn schon.
Ja.
There you go.
Do you have the link?
That's the page.
By Melon Helmets and is
Hello and welcome to STOKE TV. I'm Caro and I'm here with Alina and Adam. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting.
where are you from? Just tell us a bit about you, who you are, where you're from, what are you doing?
Ladies first.
So I'm actually from here. I'm from Munich. I was born in Munich. I live in Munich. So travel a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think.
you?
Yeah, I think I'm traveling a lot as well. Perhaps even more. Like in terms of where I'm from. I'm from the UK. It's just south of London, and but I spend a lot of time abroad traveling, doing a lot of events, competing, and also filming and producing, even live stuff like this. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah, you're a professional windsurfer. And when did you start windsurfing?
Yeah, I professional windsurfer. I started windsurfing in 2000 and what are we at, 20 now? So 2009, maybe a bit earlier, but kind of competing and getting into competitive windsurfing around, actually a little bit later, about 2012, but some small stuff at university and things like that.
Okay.
It was big at the time, but but it was fun. And then yeah, then do more international stuff, sort of 2012, 13. So 7-8 years of competing now.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And what are the plans for the next upcoming season?
Big plans.
I don't know. Things are developing and changing a lot for me at the moment. In terms of my career, I was always like really focused on competing, and I still want to compete. But I'm now doing a lot of video production and cinematography, this sort of stuff. So as I said, you know, sort of live stuff, live events, and that's really developing and growing. Has been over the last 3 years. Which pulls me a little bit away from getting as much water time.
Yeah.
But in the winter months, like we both get on the water a lot, and we're down in Cape Town, and that's also where we met.
Ah, okay, nice.
So, and yeah, Alina's obviously kiting and doing that down there. And actually, last week I just came from Zanzibar yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was kiting a bit there with the brand Alina's supported by, doing some product shooting and trying out some of those new kites as well.
Okay.
Getting into
Alina
kiting,
jealous.
but he doesn't want to admit it.
And what about
Watch out.
windsurfing?
I started actually windsurfing when I was small, so I started when I was 7. I started earlier than you.
Yeah.
Just never made it that far. It's super hard as a girl pushing wind. I really got a lot of respect for people who like get really good at windsurfing at that level.
Yeah.
Because that's just way harder than any other sport to reach that level. So I got really good. I was starting to do waves until I think I was 18, and then someone taught me kiting. Actually, my small brother taught me kiting, and then someone gave me a directional, so a small surfboard.
Yeah.
And I didn't like kiting with the twin tip so much first. And then once they gave me the direction, I was like, that's it. That's so easy. That's like I can see the wave.
Yeah.
Everything's so much more small. And then I done windsurfing.
You're describing something as small.
Yeah, no, it was just really, it was that moment I knew that's going to be my passion.
Okay.
And I still do windsurfing. I can still go. I think if you learn it once really good, you never stop being able to do it. But for waves, mainly I gave up on windsurfing and watch him, film him. It's much more fun.
Okay. You like you said, you met in Cape Town, so that's a place where you go during the winter.
Yeah.
And are you there the whole winter, or?
Yeah, so I have a place in Cape Town now. I got it a few years ago, and we met there like on the beach. I did some moves over the top of Alina, and blowing kisses as I went. Just the standard way to meet. And like in the beginning for me, I've been going there for like 8-9 years. And in the beginning, a couple of weeks and a few weeks, and then you start realizing I want to stay longer and longer.
Yeah.
It's not getting boring if I stay a long time, And at one point, I even stayed I think the season we met, I was there for almost 6 months.
Wow.
And enjoyed it a lot.
Never
so.
gets boring.
Yeah.
Like if you surf, either do anything with wind, you have to love this place.
Yeah. Exactly.
There's
There's so
always
many
something
spots
to do.
and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's beautiful there. I've been there some years ago after I finished my A-levels, and I totally fell in love with it,
everyone
and
loves
I
it.
was still wearing necklace.
I think everyone does when they go there. They get really not attached to the place, but they see all the positives about it. And I mean, the fact is there's so many spots you can move around a lot, and now we're even exploring further afield.
Okay.
We're part of our film projects and stuff. We're moving even further out of Cape Town and finding other spots. And actually,
because it gets busy.
Yeah.
So you have to find your ways to
Yeah,
Get
you've
some
been to
anti-spots, huh?
Namibia, didn't you?
Yeah. So,
It's amazing. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
and you filmed there as well for the
Yeah, so-
upcoming project.
Exactly, as I mentioned. So the film project, initially I did this one called As Far As We Can. At the same time, I released some other personal stuff called A Shot in the Dark, which was about injuries and things that I was having at the time. And then I released this movie called As Far As We Can. For me, as a first project to make something more cinematic and move that way a bit. I'd really like to do some stuff like that also, aside from the events as well. And then we got some motivation off this, and you know, Alina came up on that trip when we did it to Norway and Lofoten. That was super exciting. We got motivation off that to really work together more on that sort of stuff, and then As Far As We Can 2 developed. And, it was kind of, it's an interesting one because the plan was to go to Iceland and both, you know, hit the water there and do stuff like this, but also research some stuff that was interesting about making the movie carbon neutral whilst we're there. And I actually got injured in a bit of a deja vu, as I had a couple years before and couldn't hit the water.
That's the thing, you never plan these things.
Yeah.
You plan something, but then anything can happen.
Yeah.
So injury, stuff like that, you have to adjust. You can throw ideas over the board and just be like, okay, we cancel it, we don't do it, or you make it happen anyway.
Yeah.
And we were in that situation, and it's never easy actually, also as a couple. It's like, we didn't know what to do, and then at the end we were like, come on, so many people just want to travel also. Like you have to, there has to be something else than just being on the water as well, about traveling that's so exciting.
Yeah.
And that's why we actually went to Iceland.
I mean,
beautiful.
I also saw it as a little bit of a scouting mission as well. Like there's some crazy spots there. It's stunning, and the perfect time of the year for people like us. The weather's starting to change. Storms are coming off the Atlantic, and Alina hit the water with the kiting a couple of times. And,
but just travel-wise, it was one of the best trips we've had so far. So not like being just little on the water and traveling a lot. It's been like really interesting. Really?
Magazine placement just casually dropped in there. Stoked Mag.
So that's why it was nice to go on the water, but then also really to find that passion about traveling also, and then see new places, and then maybe imagine, okay, we come back with the right forecast, not injured again.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. Yeah.
But yeah, that was super cool. And then so from Iceland, then the plan was always to go up to Namibia and, you know, really push north up there. And I'd been to that similar, like, well, basically the same spot, but not quite. There was something a bit further, which was really hard to get to. I'll explain in a moment. But I'd been there a few years before, and seen it and been like, you know, I think we can make that happen and get to there. And it's essentially, it's a spot where you have to drive like 100 kilometers on the beach, you know, really far, just nothing, you know, you have no phone signal, nothing. You go out of quite a main town, but you're passing, like, for the first 30 kilometers, you're passing like these fishermen and stuff, and
it's definitely adventure.
Yeah.
So also for people who haven't done it before, I mean, I think it's important to know before, like, inform yourself properly, because it's not something you just go.
No, that's it. Like,
you get stuck in the sand, and it was such an adventure, like, in terms of, like, sometimes you don't know if you're gonna make it, and I think that's what we also wanted to have, this, like, where not everything is clear that it's gonna be perfect.
And that, I mean, that's it. Like, for me, it was, you know, I've been there, I'd done kind of, not all the way to there, but I'd done a lot of that and seen the conditions, driven in that stuff, and you know, seen how it was for Alina. It was like the first time, and so it was quite interesting, that angle as well, and
being a little bit more scared.
A lot of trust, you know. There was a lot of trust. Good to see. But yeah, so then we did this trip down, you know, driving along the beach super far, and then through soft sand. You have to pass where, like, the sea meets the dunes. You have to go at the right time because of the tides. You need the sea to be out, and you have a few hours to get in and get back. You can't make a mistake, otherwise you either get stuck there for the next cycle of the tide, or you get stuck in the waves when you try to risk it back through. And we had a really close incident on that. And then at the end of that trip, we jump in the water, and we're, you know, cruising out like 6-7 kilometers out to the sea, to this crazy spot where it's
Wow.
like just pelicans flying, the seals in the natural habitat and stuff like this. And then I mean in the movie you'll see, so the movie As Far As We Can too, you'll see where the moment where we come back and we realise the time, and it's super tight with the tides. Like we arrive on the time we should leave, and we have to still de-rig and change and
Oh no.
stuff like this. We do all of that, and as we do it, our support vehicle gets stuck in the sand, and so it's just spinning in the sand, and we're just like, oh.
So bad. Never got stuck until that point. But
Yeah.
then when you need to get out,
Yeah.
then you get stuck.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
And so then we're kind of stressed. It comes
Yeah.
through in the movie. Like we've been putting this together already, and kind of stressed on that. And
Which is fun when you film
Yeah.
a movie. Sometimes of course, you're filming.
Yeah.
And sometimes in situations that get a little bit more difficult, you still gotta film. Or you should film that now because that creates actually that personal connection.
Yeah.
And people realize, okay, this has been really close. And you really don't feel like you want to film this because you're just super stressed out.
Yeah.
And that was actually fun.
so you
But
can see
also
you can see in the movie if we make it or not.
yeah.
But we're sitting here, so
Yeah, I think so.
Gives
It's
it away.
all been good. So,
just where's my car?
And when is the release for the movie?
Is work in progress. I mean, the release, I really wanted to do it on the 11th of March, which is like my birthday. It's kind of
okay.
easy time to
Yeah.
remember, but it's probably going to be a little bit later.
Okay.
But around
things.
springtime, yeah. So
Okay, and
early
where can
season.
people watch it?
It's going to be online. It'll either be on iTunes or on the Vimeo platform.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Just stay tuned on the channels. We're
Yeah.
gonna announce it. And
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
Perfect.
exactly.
excited.
And are there other places where you go windsurfing or go on your kite?
And we go now to Cape Verde.
Yep.
Really like this place we always look for places where you can do everything. It's
Yeah.
not just flat water.
Yeah.
It's just like you have all the possibilities because we literally do everything. So
Yeah.
you do the
Yeah,
surfing, you do the
it's,
kiting, you do.
Like Cape
In
Verde is-
Namibia, I went longboarding
Yeah.
along the whole road. It was
Yeah.
amazing. Like you know,
Yeah.
you get just always have to have everything with you, and then
Yeah, that's the one
That's,
thing. Like you always chuck
Yeah.
the longboard in.
Yeah.
I sometimes chuck mine in as well, and
Mm.
just cruising. Sometimes you find these endless straight roads. You're like,
Yeah.
I wish I had my longboard. And then Alina's like, I've got mine. So I tend to throw mine in as often as I can. And
no. But in terms of like going to spots, I think there's just like 2-3 spots that are really working well in short distance. It's like Fuerte, Cape Verde, these places you go to, and you probably have wind, you
Yes.
probably have waves.
like the likelihood's a lot
The
higher.
likelihood
Yeah,
is a lot
yeah,
higher, and
Yeah.
for people who search waves, I think that's the place to go to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean Cape
you don't
Verde is
wanna
super nice. It's
go
like the
to-
third time
So
we've
you've
been
there both before?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. It's the third time we're going there, and it's
think
really
it's
nice.
a
It's
good
got like all the nice blue water and some really high performance waves, some
Yeah.
easier waves.
got everything.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
And
nice.
how long do you stay there?
3 weeks?
3 weeks,
No?
yeah.
Okay.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Then back. And then we got so many projects in line which we're talking about now, but it's not sure, like nothing is 100% yet, so we like working this all out, and
Yeah.
a lot of exciting things possibly happening. Let's
Okay.
see.
That's
For me,
very
what's
good.
pretty
That's
sure
right.
is a lot of event work. So I'm
Yeah.
doing a lot of film production for all these events and
For windsurf and kiting. So
Yeah,
you've been
yeah.
to Zanzibar for
filming kiting.
production.
Yeah, for kiting.
Yeah, and there'll be a bit more of that this year as well, and also filming a lot of windsurfing and doing production that from the high quality stuff to the shorter social media things and team rider things. All
So
sorts.
nearly everything.
bits, like this.
Yeah.
But focusing on some things and then sometimes dipping into other bits a bit. So
Okay.
pretty busy, yeah. It's really busy.
So you're traveling a lot, but
Yeah.
your job is to travel, but your job is a dance teacher as well.
Yeah. Job. Yeah, I'm actually like I own my own small dance school. I started like when I was 15, and for really long already. Started super small and it just grew.
Yeah.
And it's a second passion I always had in Munich, and it's always nice that you have something where you want to come back to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think like traveling, you see these amazing places, you don't want to come back. And the river wave here in Munich and my dance classes, they take me back, and it's like, I couldn't even choose what's my favorite passion. It's
Yeah.
just all of it makes me really happy. And having this is really nice. I still study master in marketing management at the moment.
Okay.
So because all my jobs are related to my body and sport,
Yeah.
I don't really want to rely on it. I know anything could happen. I
Yeah.
know tomorrow I could not be able to dance anymore. So for me, it's important to have that as well on the side. It works perfectly together at the moment. Like to go travel, come back, dance. Just
Yeah, when I see your story, it's like, okay, she's in Cape Town, and
she
next
comes
day she's dancing in Munich again.
Yeah. But that's
What
the thing.
kind of dance do you
It's
teach?
hip hop.
Hip-hop.
Like hip hop, dance hall. Mostly girls, so not so much guys.
You kids,
They
you
want to
boys
learn.
showing up.
Sometimes a boy.
Yeah.
No, mostly
Little hip
girls.
hoppers.
Okay, and where can people find your dance school?
We are in Vaterstetten, I think. I don't know if people know. From Munich, I think people know.
It's
Yeah.
But if
all
they
in
want to
Munich.
come,
So
just
people from
just
Munich interested?
People from Munich interested, just hit me up on Instagram. We're a cool crew. Just write me. Yeah, dancing is just fun.
Yeah.
It's like something everyone should do and can do. That's
Yeah, I totally
That's,
agree, because I started with ballet for years.
I can't really do it. Like
No,
my feet are
everyone
like
can
this.
do it.
No, everybody can learn it if you want to. So
It's not about becoming like perfectly the best dancer. It's about
No.
having the most fun,
yeah,
And,
exactly. Yeah.
feeling good. And it helps you for everything. Surfing helps you for dancing. Dancing helps you for surfing.
Yeah.
If you can move your body, you can do anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure of that.
And you're doing skating as well.
Yeah.
What kind of longboarding?
Longboarding.
And surf skating?
Surf skate, longboard. I have that.
Tried it out just now.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that ramp they have here
Yeah.
at this sport is really tricky. I thought it's easier when you
Yeah.
watch it. I've never done that before, but normally I go, because we travel so much, I take it on travels, so it's really fun, like going long distance or down the hill a lot.
Yeah.
And then for fun, sometimes go to like skate parks. I'm not a professional skater at all. I don't do crazy bowls or kick flips, but I have
Just
so
for
much
fun.
fun doing it.
Yeah.
Actually, we're gonna do a longboard day in Munich.
We need to talk about that more.
We're gonna arrange it. I never thought there would be so much interest. It's amazing how many people wrote me, and we're planning it because there's no winter. So we officially ended up the winter. So
Last year at snow.
there was snow. No, there's no snow, so now we're gonna go longboarding. And I'm just about to organize everything. So we have some longboards there, and then everyone who's interested has to write me or something, so I can just get the group together, and then everyone will get a message when we do it, probably around middle of February, and then get all the Munich longboard community together. I'm sure we're gonna get some cool shots, make some cool videos. So
Grab a camera, get a few shots as
Yeah,
well.
nice.
Yeah.
And you only have one date when you do the camp?
I'm now looking at the second or third weekend of in February. Just not sure about the dates now, but something like that.
You will post it, I think.
Yeah, I posted. But second or third, if the snow stays away. So if
Okay.
it starts snowing, we're gonna postpone it to March,
Yeah,
because it's
of
not really longboard season, but. As it's not really snowing,
Yeah.
I thought, why not? It's like you can't skate in cold. It's not
Yeah,
a
and when
problem
it's
as long
dry
as-
outside,
yeah.
it's fine, I think. Yeah.
So I'm gonna probably let people choose, and then where most people can go, we're gonna do it.
And is it for beginners or is it for
all levels?
All levels.
All levels,
Okay.
because that's really important. That I think beginner can learn from professionals.
Yes.
I can still learn something from
Yeah.
people that are better than I am. So I think it's really cool just getting everyone together who's just keen to learn it. People
Yeah.
who have never done it, and people who are good at it, but then maybe can pass on their skill. So it's more to get the community together, because
Yeah.
I'm sure there is people here, and I've seen it now because so many people wrote me.
Yeah.
There's-
On here in Munich, so many
Yeah.
people are from
Yeah.
Munich
Yeah.
coming every day here to the
Yeah.
Longboard Embassy,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
nice you meet
Exactly,
people
yeah.
every year.
Yeah, and we have to like get this community together, because
Yes.
it's nice if you like. I'm lucky now; I can go with him.
Yeah.
But it's like if you're alone, you don't really know. You don't want to go alone longboarding.
Yes,
You always
yeah.
want to meet with someone. So I think it's also between girls. It's really nice if we
It's
know
kind of
who else is
it's
going.
kind of a concept we experienced a little bit in South Africa,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
there's a really nice thing going on there on the Promenade Mondays,
Prominent Mondays.
and it's working well there. And why shouldn't it work in other places?
Yeah.
So
Of course, yeah.
and it'd be really nice, like, to see that happen, you know, here, and who knows where else, but
Yeah.
to try it out
They
here.
always
and-
meet Mondays, and then they skate downwind together, like just
Oh,
along the
that's
stream.
cool.
Yeah.
So nice that because those are people who probably really also like each other. They have
Yeah.
the same interests, so why not getting people together?
And actually,
who-
there they have even like people just doing the, street skateboarding as well,
Yeah.
and then but they all come together and then just
Just have
Yeah,
fun and
cruise off and-
yeah.
do a route kind of a meet somewhere for a drink after.
So
or
and they meet somewhere and then go then somewhere else to the
Exactly.
city
Yeah.
and
Some have some drinks there.
some
It's
food
like,
or whatever.
nice.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
It's more this like feeling of
Yeah.
like we have to get people together who have the same interests, because otherwise you don't meet, and that's the big chance of social media now.
yeah.
Actually, just to unite people who have the same interests.
Yeah,
No
so
matter
that's how I got
How
to
we
your
got-
account.
yeah, exactly. And you never know them before, because
Yeah.
how it's like. I think for all the sports it's so important. Like, is it windsurfing, kiting, longboarding?
Yeah.
The social media is actually a possibility,
Yes,
because
Exactly.
people see
Make it
videos.
physically sociable as well, rather
Yeah.
than just
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
phone. Like
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
instead of writing messages to each
Yeah.
other, actually meeting up.
Yeah. So let's meet and
Yeah.
Yeah.
make a place and
Yeah.
date, and then it's
And people only want to start because they see photos and videos. So
Yeah.
that's really like, it's so cool to see that I'm like this. I see like, for example, this longboard dancing. I think it's amazing.
Yeah,
Where they
it's-
flip the
yeah.
boards. I can't do it, but I watch it and I'm like, I want to learn it.
yeah.
So I would never do that if I don't see it. And I mostly see it on Instagram, stuff like
Yeah,
that. So-
Facebook sometimes, but mostly Instagram.
Yeah.
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 The IG.
IG, yeah.
So I see it very positive to do that. Yeah.
So, and what are the plans for the next days now?
Next
For me,
some relaxing,
for
or
me, I'm straight up to Switzerland for the Engadine Snow.
okay.
Everyone's got to watch that stuff. It's super exciting. It's a really cool event. It's a freeride world tour qualifying event, and I'm part of the media production for it. Quite a big media team. A few crews joining together and creating some really cool content from there. A lot of TV stuff as well, and be up shooting in the heli and this sort of stuff. So it's quite a contrast to last week, but it's going to be really fun. And then back for a couple of weeks and off to Cape Verde. Yeah.
Okay, and for you?
I'm here for now. It's nice.
Okay.
It's nice
So
to be here.
Planning the longboarding.
Yeah, planning the longboarding.
Yeah.
I wanted to go snowboarding more, but the conditions are just not there.
Yeah,
That's the
no snow.
thing. So probably plan the longboarding. Yeah.
Some
and
ice
then
skating.
get ready for Cape Verde.
You will leave tomorrow, or?
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon. It's a few hours drive up there. It's a bit higher than some of the places around here, so I think there's a bit of snow around.
So
It's
from
looking
summer
okay.
to winter,
Winter.
Yeah.
changing a
It's
lot
like plus
for
30
you.
degrees to
Yeah.
potentially like minus 20 or something.
Wow,
or
okay, that's
more,
quite
yeah.
cold.
It's like a 50-degree change. So
But that's cool to have this like contrast as well.
Yeah, of course. It's-
Like people
think
who
back
can-
50 years, we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So it's
And
super
now-
nice that we have so many possibilities to,
yeah.
to travel and to meet people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, I think
sports
also
as well.
for stuff
Yeah.
like that, it's important for us to think a little bit responsibly as well. And that goes back to what I was talking about in the movie, that why we went to Iceland. The second reason was to visit a place where they're doing carbon capturing. Because I did a lot of research about all of this because I wanted to make the movie carbon neutral. And they there's all these things, plant a tree, plant a mango
Yeah.
tree, all of this stuff, and you don't know how effective it is, you
Yeah.
know. And I wanted to be like, okay, if I'm going to do one of those, in the beginning, my thoughts were, if I'm going to, you know, provide to one of those or try and help out in one of those, I want to know where
it
where
goes.
the end line is, you know,
Yeah.
where it's happening. And through my research, I kind of found that maybe the most effective way is like carbon capturing, which is basically where they suck carbon out the air and then they inject it into the ground and turn it
okay.
into like crystal and stuff like this and rock.
I haven't heard of it before.
Yeah, it's the first time for me as well.
But we
It's
visited
interesting.
You visited
we
it.
visited the
okay.
facility.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And so, you know, it's going there was super interesting, and it's made me think a lot about all the other travel I do and stuff like this. And you know, we'll see how that develops. But yeah, I think it's important to also kind of think responsibly about travel and stuff like this. We're doing it a lot, and
Yeah.
we are being conscious about it. And I think others should just start to look at it a bit and
Yeah.
and,
So nice
and
to see
that.
so many
yeah.
brands are going this way
Yes.
as well now. It's
Yeah, and
really
one of the hashtags of ISPO is be responsible. So it totally fits
Yeah,
in
fits.
the
Okay.
circle again.
nice.
Full circle.
Yeah, be active, be responsible, and
Have fun.
of course. Yeah, okay. Thank you for your time,
Thank you.
and I hope to see you on the wave again.
Yeah, we're gonna get some more turns. You have to
And
try.
take care of your feet.
Thank you.
Don't get
And
injured.
yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks so much.
and have a nice day.
Ciao.
STOKE TV, presented by Melon Helmets and ISPO Munich.